You will be hotter if you let go of all those habits and patterns that no longer serve you. You want to become unrecognizable. You want to be hotter. It's not hitting the gym. It's not doing anything to your face. The hottest thing you can do this year is to let go of all those patterns that aren't serving you anymore. And trust me, you know what they are. You say you want to glow up. You say you want to become your best self. Stop doing those things that are making you feel stagnant. If you are feeling stagnant in your life, you are never going to get that energy and momentum that you need to get to where you want to go unless you get rid of everything that's no longer serving you and you start walking through the world like you are the main character of your story. Hey y'all, welcome back to Reel It In. I'm your host Reed Cox, and this is your go-to destination for self-improvement and creating the life you've always desired, all while keeping it real. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, hi, I'm Reed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a future episode. Throw me a like, leave me a comment. Now let's get into it. You aren't going to get what you want if you keep doing the same things. In order to get what you want in life, in order to become the person that you know you are meant to be, you have to change. The other day, my husband told me he'd been doing this little experiment where instead of brushing his teeth like he normally does with his right hand, he's been brushing his teeth with his left hand. And I was like, why are you doing that? And he was like, because I saw on Instagram or somewhere that by brushing your teeth with your left hand, you start to rewire the neural pathways in your brain. And by doing that, you show yourself that it's possible to live life a different way. You start to see all these changes happen in your life, all because you got out of that pattern that you were stuck in. Brushing your teeth, it's such a habitual thing that you don't even think about, that you're just like, yeah, I'm going along my merry way, brushing my teeth. And that is such a great way of looking at life. Like so many of the patterns that are holding you back, you just think they're normal because you do them every day. You're not pausing to think, is this what's holding me back? So what did I do? I started brushing my teeth with my left hand. And the first day I did it, I woke up, I brushed my teeth with my left hand. Y'all, I had the most productive day I have ever had. I did this one huge task. It took me a couple hours, but I have been procrastinating about doing this task, I'm not joking, for 4 months. And you know, when I decided to do it, I was like in the middle of Pilates, I was like, I'm going to do that task today. It wasn't a big thing. It wasn't like, oh, I've got to get all this energy. And it really didn't take a lot of energy to do. I just decided I'm going to do it. And then after I did it, I was like, wait, hold on. One, why have I waited so long to do this? Why was I procrastinating? I saw all the energy that I had wasted not doing this task. I would sit around and ruminate about doing this task and not do all the other things that I should be doing, like making these videos or writing my blog or doing anything to move the needle forward in my career because I was sitting around procrastinating about doing this random task that had nothing to do with my career, but it had to be done. So just by doing that one task, I freed up so much energy. Next thing I know, I jumped from that one task that I had been procrastinating on that I finally did into another task that was creative and fulfilled me and one that actually moved the needle forward in my business. And then I was like, whoa, okay, maybe this brushing your teeth with your left hand thing is not only true, but I can apply it to my entire life. How can I do things differently in my everyday life so I break out of these patterns that are holding me back? For me right now, my biggest pattern that I'm trying to break free from that's holding me back is procrastination, is having a to-do list and getting so overwhelmed by the fact that I have to do this one thing, one or two or three things, that I never do them. And I just sit around wondering when I'm actually going to do them and having anxiety about doing them. For instance, I need to have my bed taken apart and then a big rug rolled out from underneath it. As you can see, it's a huge bed. You can't really see the full thing. It's a huge bed. We just moved a few months ago, and we have this huge rug that's supposed to go underneath it. But we can't lift the bed up and put the rug underneath it because it's too heavy. So I have to hire someone to take apart the bed. Why can't I just do that? Why can't I just call the guy? I have his number. Why can't I just call the guy and have him come take apart the bed? I don't know. I just have this mental block. I'm afraid of having my bed being taken apart. But that thing, this fear of my bed being taken apart, my fear of just calling the professional to do it, is holding me back from actually checking that off my list. And I'm not kidding y'all. I sit around and ruminate on the fact that I have to do this too often, to the point where I could have used that time to do so many other things. I could have used that time to make a video. When I brush my teeth with my left hand, when I decided to do things differently in my day, when I decided to do things differently, I got a glimpse of my future self. I got a glimpse of who I have the potential to become and what is actually possible for me. I saw that it is possible for me to not ruminate and not procrastinate. It is possible for me to just check things off my list and get them done and have it be no big deal. It is possible for me to free up all that energy and put it towards the things that are going to actually move the needle forward in my life. It's almost like when you're in a rut like that, when you have this one habit that's holding you back, you have to like pick yourself up out of it. It's like a lever. You pick yourself up out of the rut and throw yourself into the potential that is your future. So choose one thing. What is one thing in your life? What is one habit that is holding you back? And if you can't think of the habit, or if you don't know how to get out of the habit, try doing one thing differently in your day, whether it's brushing your teeth with your left hand or driving a different way to work. By doing these small actions that aren't really connected to what we're trying to change in our life, but by doing them, we are rewiring our brain to see that, oh, we can live a different way. You've got to pull yourself out of the trance of your everyday life. By just going through the motions every day, you're showing yourself that you are the same, that nothing has changed. But when you start changing the small things in your life, even if they're not related to what you're trying to change, you will start acting differently. You will start living accordingly with your new self. Ask yourself, how bad do I want to reach my full potential? If you aren't taking consistent action to get towards your goal, you probably just don't want it bad enough. Because when you really want something bad enough, you will do whatever it takes to get there. You will do whatever it takes to get it done. You have to carry yourself through the world differently. You have to carry yourself through the world like you are that bitch, like you are the main character of the movie that is your life and that everyone else is watching. Enough with taking the back seat. Enough with saying you'll change tomorrow. Enough with not living up to your full potential. It is almost the end of the year. 2026 is right around the corner. What person do you want to be entering 2026? Who do you want to be? What do you want to create? You could sit back and be okay and complacent with the life that you already have, or you could choose differently. If you don't feel like you have the energy to change the habits that are holding you back, it just feels like it just takes too much energy for you, start doing things differently. Get up and work out first thing in the morning. If you work out in the morning, maybe work out in the afternoon. That's one thing I'm changing as well. I've been going to these workout classes at like 10:15 in the morning, which is great because I get to wake up, I get to have my coffee, I get to get a little bit of work done before I go to these classes. And I used to be a first thing in the morning worker outer. Like I would get up at 6 a.m. and work out. But now that I'm pregnant, I need to sleep in a little bit more. It's important. But I've started to realize that when I get done with these workout classes, it's 11 o'clock. I usually run an errand or two and I'm home by 11:30, 11:45, maybe 12. And then I like need a break. And then I end up procrastinating and not getting into the task I had to do for that day, not getting into work until like the afternoon. And then I'm like, well, it's too late. I shouldn't try to write this full blog. I should wait till tomorrow. And then it's just a mess. Like I end up wasting the whole day. So you know what I'm doing? I'm working out in the afternoon now. I'm going to go to a workout class today at 4:15 instead of 12:15. And you know what? I've had the most productive day so far. I've already made Christmas presents for all my husband's coworkers and clients. I've written 2 video scripts. I've made edits on my blog. I filmed 1 video. This is the second video I'm filming and it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. I am showing myself how productive I can be if I just allow myself to be. If I just switch these small habits, if I break the habit of working out in the morning and move it to the afternoon, look what I can accomplish. I feel so much more energized. Now I feel inspired because I've actually done something. I feel good about myself. Maybe you just need to rearrange a few things in your day so that you actually feel good about yourself. You might just be going about things in the wrong order. I can feel it. You are so close to a breakthrough. Just by making these small changes, you are going to see drastic results in your life. Sometimes we think we have to make these huge changes in our life and do these massive overhauls and go on cleanses and do big challenges to see change in our life. No, 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 no. All you need to do is take small daily actions, small changes in your life that'll have a ripple effect. They'll have a ripple effect through your entire day. Next thing you know, you're going to be moving through the world differently. You're going to be acting differently. You're going to have your shoulders back. You're going to feel confident. And you are going to know that you are living in alignment with your future self. Trust me, you've got this. That is it for the day. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Again, if you are new to the channel, Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss the future episode. Go ahead and check out all the other videos on the channel, and I'll see y'all next time.